And what the hell are you going to do if you don't try to aim for the top? Flap about uselessly and whine about your life? It's not helpful. It'll just make you miserable. You're not reliable to anyone. You can't help out in a crisis. Go out there and make something of yourself, for God's sake. Be an honest person and work and get to the top of whatever it is that you want to get to the top of. And then stand up for yourself like a respectable human being and be a bit of a light on the world instead of a blight.
Once you understand that you can succeed in life through love and compassion, you can never again go back to greed.
Lots of hierarchies to attempt to climb, and if you fail in one, go try in another.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small doesn't serve the world.
So if there's extreme darkness, there has to be extreme light. There's duality to everything. Everybody will wake up each day doing subtraction. I look at my life as addition. I wake up and say, what can I do today to add to my skill set? What can I do today to add to someone else's joy? What can I do today to serve someone else? So when you keep a mindset of service, your problems in that darkness become smaller.
So often we're waiting until something gets better, until it changes, until it transforms, and then I'm going to play full out. And the universe is saying, I respond to you playing full out right now. I respond to you playing full out right now. Are you willing? Are you willing to be so radical that you play full out as you're evolving your life, transforming your life, stepping into your next best season? Are you willing to fall madly in love with your now?
Every spare moment that you have needs to be poured into actually acquiring a better skill set. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters are your actions. The only thing that matters are the skills that you're able to acquire. And if you're not spending every day focused on getting better and becoming truly extraordinary, then all hope is lost. And if you want to get ahead in life, boys and girls, I promise you, the only thing you need to focus on is actually getting good.
Wound is the place where the light enters. Self-actualization is the idea that you grow for the sake of growth. It is your growth that motivates you, not external validation. This is where you want to take your children, not growing for someone else's opinion, growing because as a soul, you know that the human experience is here. We are here in human bodies to learn and to grow.
What we do is we kind of check out because it feels overwhelming, or we check out because we're afraid, or we check out because we start listening to self-doubt, and then we make these teeny tiny decisions all day long. We don't even realize it. You knew that there was more in store for you, but you couldn't figure out how do you close the gap. How do you find the power that's in you? How do you discover your greatness? How do you solve these problems? It feels so overwhelming.
Self-transcendence is the idea that you go beyond yourself, that your growth is important, yes, but you're going to use that growth. You're going to use that fit body, that incredible mind, those connections you have, that powerful cognitive ability to put together ideas, to go forth and fix the world. Self-transcendence is a really powerful idea. It means that we are not here just to be our best selves. We are here to be our best selves and fix the world. Fix the world around you so that our children inherit a better world than what we did. Think back to a time that you were deeply hurt. That wounding is often our soul's way of giving us a marker for what we are meant to do in the world.
So now it becomes a question of what do you do with your potential? In what way do you actuate it? So decide right now that you are capable of transcending the average, that you're not just some statistic, that you can do anything you set your mind to. But then you have to prove that to yourself by going out and doing it. And the notion of earning credibility with yourself is hardly ever talked about and absolutely critical. And you're gonna have to earn that credibility with yourself through action, not a bunch of thought, through actual action.
Are you willing to not hold your future hostage to your past? Are you willing to no longer keep score? See, keeping score is collecting evidence of why it might not work, while keeping track is taking notes of when you needed to step right and you step left instead, so the next time you step in the right direction. See, self-love is not expecting your perfection to show up. Self-love is falling madly in love with your imperfection.
You can take that wounding and turn it into your mission. You can take what is it that hurt you and use that to fix the world.
And so recognizing that when you love from your overflow, that's the most responsible thing that you could do. And that the greatest love that you can ever give the world is the demonstration of what loving you looks like. See, we don't think about what we can do based on what we hear. We live inside possibility based on what we see. And so I say that love starts with self-love. It starts with being willing to recognize that the greatest love of all is inside of you, that it's always been inside of you.
That something needs to be something that's pulling you through with excitement, that the future, becoming that person and getting good at that thing, amps you up and makes you feel more alive than anything else. Gaining mastery, and in the process of actually getting so good that they can't ignore you, of acquiring the skill set that I was just talking about, it's either going to develop into a passion, something where you're actually good at, where something that you've worked your ass off to acquire the skills has used to other people. That, my friends, is when you fall in love with something, when it really becomes this burning passion. It is something you've been fanning the flames the whole way. It is not something you're born with. It is not something that happens by accident.